We all have places we go that energize our soul. Sometimes it's a destination, sometimes it's a pursuit. It's difficult to define, but when we're there, we know it. Time speeds up, obstacles are overcome, and a surge of adrenaline excites the senses. Now we join the 2017 BASS Angler of the Year, Brandon Palaniuk, as he takes us to an unforgettable lake deep in the Carolinas. This is his element.
It's always been about the experiences, the journeys, the adventures that fishing takes me on. That's not just bass fishing. Bass fishing is my first love in the fishing world, but I just love catching giant fish. My name is Brandon Palaniuk, and I love bass fishing.
Let's go. Wake the streets up.
Does bass fishing feel like a job? I would say that if your description of just over broke is job, then in my early years, yeah. When I was sleeping in the Tundra Suites out of the back of my pickup, just over broke, yeah, you could consider it a job. But in the general term of, do I feel like I go to work every day? No. I work hard, but my #1 goal was to do something that makes me happy. And even early on, I knew that I was gonna do everything in my power to make this happen, because there was nothing else that gave me the same feeling, the same type of happiness as fishing. It wasn't there. I grew up with a single mother for the most part. Dad was around early super on, then wasn't around, and my mom always took me outdoors, took me hiking in the mountains, fishing, anywhere I could, and from a young age she knew that I absolutely loved just to fish. When I was 8 years old, my mom's best friend got married to a guy that fished local tournaments, and his name was Jeremy Tripp. He took me out on a bass boat for the first time. He got me started just fishing local club tournaments. From that day forward, my entire life turned and focused towards trying to make a living fishing on the Bassmaster Elite Series. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to fish for a living, fish tournaments, and just be able to create a life that I didn't need to vacation from. It didn't matter what it was going to be. If I had to sleep in the back of my truck, if I had to make tomato soup out of hot water and tomato ketchup packets, I was going to do whatever it took to pretty much be sitting exactly where I am today.
I don't want some shadows, all I need is some sunshine. One of these days I'm gonna get mine. And with the sun beneath me, like the wind I'll be free. One of these days I'm gonna get mine.
When I was 8 years old, I wanted to fish for a living, but it didn't really become a reality until I got into my early 20s. I'd started doing really well across the country, and then in the fall of 2010, I won the BASS Federation National Championship on the Red River. That's what qualified me for the 2011 Bassmaster Classic and the 2011 Elite Series. I had a ton of people that night asking, was I going to take the berth into the Elite Series? And there was no doubt in my mind. Right? At that point, I had already spent 12 years, more than half of my life, trying to make it to that point and get that opportunity. So when it came, I was going to do everything that it took to take advantage of it. And there was no turning back.
Each of us shares our own unique connection with the outdoors. A passion that drives us, defines us, a passion that centers us. It's where we are most at home. It's where we are in our element.